1 second here. I should have got my windows in order before I start streaming. Yeah, for some reason I can't actually like capture this window directly. I have to capture the entire line. I'll be starting in a moment. Getting myself set up to go ahead and monitor myself on my other monitor. I realize I haven't streamed this in a while. What's amusing is that, like, I had just, last time I streamed, got off the fact that I hadn't streamed in a while. Excuse me. And so I had promised to go ahead and stream more often. I even set aside time for it. And then all hell broke loose here. And I ended up going like almost 2 weeks without a stream. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I've been a little bit sick lately, so if my voice goes, bear with me. Alright, let's see if I can remember where I left off. I was at Fell's Tattoo Parlor, going over the various tattoos. And I know that I have to get into the Alley of Dangerous Angles or whatever. It's just out here. If I remember right, I needed to identify some things. I need to like clear my inventory, so we'll do that at the market, I think.
I'm gone.
There's got to be some way to identify that that decanter.
Done.
Maybe over at the market. I'm not 100% sure. It's worth a shot, you know?
I'm gone. Done. All right. Done.
Wait, did I go to the wrong area? Yes, I did. This is the Alley of Dangerous Angles. That's not where I was talking about earlier. I was talking about the,
I'm gone.
the painted door. The cursed tenements or whatever. That's where I need to go next. But realistically speaking, I need to get this shit done first.
All right.
See, just a general merchant. Will any of these people be able to identify my stuff? Can identify the decanter? Boom! Decanter of endless water. Did that let me know the keyword though? No, it didn't. It just ate 100 gold. I knew it was a decanter of endless water. I shouldn't have even bothered. Gaudy ring. Boom! Ring of the Traveler. +1 to armor class. Okay. Is there anything else I need? Like, that I don't have identified yet? Nope, I think I got everything. More's a pity. I should probably stock up on some other stuff, but I only have like 500 gold left. Or 500 copper. There's one way to get that done. Is sell some crap. Bronze ring. Bronze bracelet. Yeah, now I've got money. Let me sell everything that I don't need, really. Well, everything that I don't need that I have. Okay. Silver earring. Gold earring. And that's that. Alright, and time to equip shit. I don't have the Magus Guard equipped. I should. Because that is going to boost his armor class. And how about the Ring of the Traveler? Yeah, that puts his AC at a really good level. A really solid one. And Anna, her AC is pretty poor. Got punch daggers. Oh yeah, the teeth. That's what I was trying to figure out. Ingris's teeth.
I can't take that.
Is this gonna help any? No, I gotta ignore the teeth. God damn it.
Done.
I gotta figure out how to put
All right.
those teeth into Morty's mouth. There's gotta be a... well, let me get rid of these cranium rat tails. I'll go down... I'll go turn them in at the Office of Pest Control or whatever. What I need is a damn sage. So I can get all of this shit identified. This is totally not where I need to be. Yeah, where do I need to be? Up here? This isn't the right place. Let me go to the midwife's hut and see if she doesn't have...
All right.
I need to get my shit healed too, so it's a good thing to come here anyway. All right. I'm in need of healing. Other questions? Okay, no questions today. Well, that sucks. There's got to be some method
I'm gone.
by which I can get some more information without resorting to
Alright.
a walkthrough. At least I'm getting shit done. I mean, it's not like I'm just wandering around doing nothing.
Done. All right. I'm gone.
And what's this place? Is this the control? Oh, fuck. I'm not even wording right. Office of Vermin Disease Control is down here. And turn these in. Add some questions. Add some rat tails. Turn in a rat tail, collect the bounty. Alright. Some other questions. Add some rat tails. Turn in a rat tail, collect the bounty. Oh, fucking A. Seriously, one at a time? Collect the bounty. And they're 1 gold each. So I have like 100 gold worth of rat tails. Oh, man. I could be here all day. You know what? Fuck that shit. Totally not worth it. So give me 1 second while I figure this out, because I'm actually going to resort to it. I'm going to resort to a wiki real quick to see what the hell to do with those teeth. Okay.
Come on off with you there, let's go.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Okay, I figured some things out. I'm gonna go ahead and find the gardener.
I'm gone.
I think I'm not looking for a garden. I'm looking for just a gardener. So he's supposedly over this way. I think I've actually talked to him before. He's in this area. Now the question is, have I actually talked to him, or is this going to be kind of a pain in the ass? Because I'm gonna have to figure out where this guy is.
All right.
Yeah. I have to mouse over every single one of these people.
Done. Done.
What do we got up here? This is to solve that mage quest from way back when. Mourns for trees. You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who is gazing at the ash-dead tree in front of him. He is mumbling to himself and tapping his chin, as if trying to figure something out. Occasionally, he shakes his head sadly. Excuse me. Greetings. He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you too, friend. How's this day find you? See, so this is supposed to be a tree, and I couldn't really tell with the graphics at this resolution. So this probably would have been an easier quest if I'd been able to actually, you know, look and see that was a tree. It finds me well. He smiles, but sorrow still lies in his eyes. That's good, friend. Hope your good fortune continues. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how's this day find you? He shrugs slightly, and prefers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I'm saddened just the same. Why is that? He pats the tree beside him. It's the trees here, in the hives. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up, as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it's important to me. I feel it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this ward left uncared for, to die. Can you understand that, friend? Yes, you're right. It is a sad thing. He seems surprised and blurts out, Really? Oh, I mean, wonderful. Perhaps you would... He pauses and seems suddenly suspicious. He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose so. Have some questions for me now? What is it you were going to ask? For the first time, the man seems genuinely happy. Beaming, he explains. It's difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around and you'll see what I mean, friend. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were to get enough light and clean water. Go on. He nods enthusiastically. But if enough people care, really want them to live, I just know they'll survive. They'll turn green again and flourish. You could be right, because belief is power in this particular plane. I am right. I'm certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. He seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them. Hope for their recovery. In time, should enough people want it, it will come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend? Yes, I'll help. 500 experience. Excellent, my friend. Excellent. I thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who'll listen. Perhaps we'll make a difference. What about your companions, friend? Would you speak to them on my behalf? Dekon, could you help this man? Now, Dekon should technically be more amenable to the task because he's from Limbo, and in Limbo, reality is literally mutable. One finds your request most intriguing. Trees in the hive? Like cities in Limbo. They would stand as a testament to the will of the people, not to bow to that which would surround them. Which would surround and devour them. To take what has been thrust upon them or left behind and make good of it. I, too, will care for these trees. Thanks. Anna, could you? What? You can't be serious now. Yes, I am. Can you help? Not likely. Get someone else to mope about for your piking trees. You're daft to be thinking I'd waste me time even thinking on such things. Daft, I tell you. Morty, what do you think? Huh? Oh yeah, Chief. Sure, whatever you say. Thanks. I had some questions, Morns. I need some herbs sprung from this seed. Can you help me? Morns for Trees takes us the seed from you and holds it up to his eye. What's an odd seed? Are those teeth along the edges? Barbs, perhaps. Where did you come by it, friend? Old Mebeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from the seed. Do you know where I could get some? No. Mourns for Trees continues to stare at the seed in his hand. This is the only seed of its kind I've ever seen. He winces, and a spot of blood glistens on his thumb. The barbs on it are sharp indeed. Perhaps you should hold it? You can't help me either? Unless you can make that one grow, I cannot. Again, I've never seen such a seed of the like before. If we wanted it to grow enough, it's possible to make it grow? Mourns for Trees looks at the seed. Perhaps, if you cared enough to see it grow. Focus on the seed. Will it to grow. To your surprise, there is a crack and the seed splits. Twigs splitting from its surface like fingers. Instinctively, you drop the seed, but the talon-like twigs wrap around your wrist and will not let go.
Updated my journal.
What the hells? Mourns for Trees stares at the barbed branches wrapped around your wrist. I think the barbs on those new branches would be more than enough for what your friend needs. I hope she can get this damn thing off me. Look, before I go, I had some questions. Any change in the trees yet? No, not yet, friend. I still have hope, though. I speak to people every day. Anything else I can learn from them? Can you tell me about this place? If I was looking for work. Alright, I'm done with him. Let's go back to Mebeth, and,
I'm gone.
yeah, I'm basically gearing up
Alright.
for a trip into that cursed tenement thing. So, the best... Like, as I go through, I need to boost my abilities and my gear.
Alright.
Damn it, I keep coming down this alley. At least I'm not getting jumped anymore.
I'm gone.
Wait. Oh. Sorry about that, I didn't scroll down far enough. Oh, okay. What's going on here? I'm not even.
At my tail, you skull.
I'm not even in the right place.
I'm gone.
My bad. Let's head up here.
I'm gone.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a fast travel route. Do I have a fast travel map? Can I click on places? No, I can't.
Done.
God damn it. And I know there's one more to go through.
Done.
All this back and forth.
Done. Alright.
Let's go ahead and see what Mebeth has to say. And we'll talk to her. Where is she? Wait, where is she? Did she leave? No, she's just hidden behind a A column. I returned with those herbs you wanted. Now maybe you can get this damn bramble patch off my wrist. Is that so? Mebeth glances at the barbs that surround your wrists. If so, think it off. Then.
Updated my journal.
Creaking and snapping, the black barbed branches unravel themselves from your wrist and form into a tangled ball of brush and twigs. It looks like a nest of dead black snakes. Mebeth snorts. Think it into a picture frame or some such, something with more structure and less angles. Concentrate on the barbed ball, then imagine it as a picture frame. Just getting experience left and right here. The branch ball creaks, the twigs bending and twisting until the branches have bent themselves into a small picture frame. 2 handspans on a side. Almost unconsciously, you imagine shape the barbs to the back of the frame so it can be hung from the wall easily, and, as an afterthought, you move the remaining barbs to the inside of the frame so it can be picked up by the edges. How's that? Mebeth stares at the frame for a moment, then cackles. Ah, square enough it is. Good work, child, good work. She picks up the frame and scrutinizes it. This'll do nicely. Is that all you wanted it for? Aye, well, this is enough, she sniffs. Aye, but there was one thing I forgot to tell you to fetch when you left last time, and it'll take you back to the merchant square, it will. Look for the cloth seller at Giscor. He has some rags of mine that he was supposed to wash, and long has it been since I first asked him to do it. Alright, I will be back. Back to the market square. Over this way. La, la, la. It's like what, 2 sections away? And then down to the south. Okay. There we go. Giscorl is over here. Whoops. Okay. You see a spindly-looking merchant with a brush of gray and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much so that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. He is shaking slightly as you watch. Are you Giscorl? Aye, Giscorl. He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. I'm here to pick up someone's wash. Mebeth, the midwife. Ragpicker Square? Washcloth? Yes. Mebeth, Ragpicker Square? Ragpicker? He taps his fingers as if counting something. I know, I remember. He holds up a trembling finger as if telling you to wait. He comes back with a flattened mass of green rags, thin as paper, yet so stiff they look like they could double as wooden boards. The rags are so caked with greenish limed starch that they look like it would take years of soaking to relax them. How many times did you clean these? Giscorl washcloth, starch cloth, every 5th day. Washcloth, starch cloth, every 5th day. His eyes flicker. Giscorl wash many years, always starch cloth on 5th day, Giscorl's ritual. But they're ruined. Washcloth is Giscorl's ritual. His voice is flat, almost zombie-like. Must starch cloth every 5th day. Okay. Give cloth. He nods, then hands you the rags. They're heavy. It's like carrying an armload of bricks. I'll take them back to Mebeth, and if they're square, then they probably go into that frame. What's the betting? Okay. Back down here.
I'm gone. All right.
And talking to old Mebeth. Mebeth seems lost in twisting the black branched picture frame you made for her. She is squaring the edges and snapping off some of the barbed seeds on the branches. She suddenly notices you and sets down the frame. Aye, child? I brought your wash. I think Giscor was a little heavy on the cleaning the chill day. She takes the stacks of starched greens rags from you and examines them. At least they won't tear, she sighs, or bend. What was with that cloth merchant, Giscor? His hands were all scarred and he seemed slow. Mebeth is still turning the cloth over in her hands, tapping it with her finger. Well, child, sometimes one burns with the art, and other times the art burns ye. Is that what happened to him? Mebeth clicks her tongue. Mayhap, there's some for who using the arts is like breathing. They strolls about with pointy hats and stinkweed pipes. Then there's hedge wizards, and plain-touched gypsies and fortune-casters and half-seers and midwives who flicker with the art. Them have a harder time of it, and Giscor was one of them. Aye, so to speak, in some ways he's no different now than he was. Addicted to habit and ritual, he was. She sets down the stiff rags. They clunk as she places them on the floor. Aye, now, there's one last thing I need from you, child. Of course, what do you need? Only this. I need some inks for scribing, some ingredients, and one of my cookery books. I need you to fetch some from one of the merchants. Kosa Yai be her name.
Updated my journal.
Back to the market again. Holy shit. Alright. It's not a problem. Heading off to the market.
I'm gone.
And I'll try and figure out Morty's teeth again. Is this the market over here? Yeah, that's the market. I should know this by now. Oh well. There we go, Koso Jai. Mebeth said you sell ink. She sent me to purchase some. Ink? She chuckles. Nay, sir, I sells no ink. I sells just fish. Are you sure? Mebeth, the midwife and rag pickers swear, mentioned you specifically. Heh. Well, Kosa Jai was me dam's name, and this me granddam's name, so I could be any of us. Yet they're both in the dead book, so only this Keseth Jai matters. No idea what she's on about. A midwife in the Picker Square, you say? She thinks for a moment. Don't know her, I don't. So you don't have any ink? Well, I can't say that's much of a surprise. I swear Mebeth is having me run in circles. Now hold on, your midwife friend's not all wrong. I know how you can get ink. But it may not be the ink you're looking for. The ink I'm thinking about bleeds from the gills of a brogata fin. It does. It bleeds ink. Aye, thing is, the fish is not for eating. It's got a horrible taste, scalds the tongue. You can ask Marim. She pitches her fish sale down the street a southerly way. He cackles. She might have one of them fish she needs on her pole.
Updated my journal.
Ah, so I'm going around to a different place.
I'm gone.
Let's head over here, I guess. Okay. Where is the person? Down south a ways? Does she mean
Done.
like in the same area, or do I have to go further south somehow? The southeastern portion of the hive. Here we go, Miram. Have you heard of the brogata fin? I was told it bleeds ink from its gills. She blinks, then nods. Aye, that fish is a strange one, it is. Not many have heard of it unless want to eat it. Difficult to kill, and even in death, it still seems to live. Not many want to latch their teeth around something that still writhes.
Updated my journal.
Aye, but the ink, you'll need something to carry it in. Have you a bowl or cup perchance? Or a tankard. Maybe one of the merchants is selling one. Farewell. Oh, man.
Done. I'm gone.
Talk about your back and forth. Hive merchant, check out his goods. He ain't got anything. Hive merchant. What would you like to purchase this day? What are you selling right now? I sell plates, cups, jugs, tankards, cutlery, and the like, sir. All of quality, sir, the finest. I need something to hold ink in. Do you have a tankard or a goblet for sale? Oh yes, many kinds. They range in price from a few coppers to several hundred. I'm looking for the cheapest one you have. She raises an eyebrow. She reaches into a crate at her side, then throws a battered-looking tankard to you. It's covered in dents, and its handle looks like it's about to fall off. This one looks like it was used on someone's skull. She smiles slightly.
Updated my journal.
Thanks and farewell. And wait a minute, do I think maybe she knows... Nah, just messing with her. I was going to say I could ask her about the decanter, but it's not an option. Then back to Mira. I brought a tankard. Can I get ink from the fish within it? She nods and plucks a fish from her pole. It twitches as she grabs it, then starts lashing about as she begins to twist it like a rag. She wrings it until bluish-black ichor begins to trickle from the fish's gills. When your tankard is almost full, she relaxes her grip and throws the twitching fish into a sack at her side.
Updated my journal.
Thanks. Didn't cost me anything.
Done.
Nice. Let's head back up this way then.
Done.
And off to Mebeth.
All right.
Wow, half an hour in. I'm just wandering back and forth doing shit. Go on. Go in there. Off to Mebeth. Here's that ink you wanted. Mebeth takes the tankard of ink from you, then sniffs it. Prime ink, fresh it is, aye. She looks at you. You've done well, child. All I've asked. Now I ask you again. After all you've seen, do you still want to learn the art? Yes, after all, the guiding goal of your errands was to test my persistence, was it not? Mebeth smiles, then nods. Yes, mayhaps, child, mayhap. And that's not all. You knew who I had to see to accomplish each errand, didn't you? Mebeth nods again, slower this time. Mayhap, child, mayhap. If and so, what did your senses tell you about them? Mourns for trees showed me that my beliefs affect the world around me. Giskorl taught me that ritual is a wasted effort if the purpose of the ritual is ignored. Miram taught me that no matter how much I think I know, there is still much I can learn from another's eyes. Mebeth is silent for a moment. Then she walks slowly over to you and touches you on the cheek. Oh, child, she sighs. You will be a master sorcerer one day, you will. You have the knowing of it, yet you've come to old Mebeth for help, you have. What could a midwife teach such a one? Much, Mebeth. I wish to learn all you have to teach. Experience gain. So you'll walk the path then. Well, first things firstly. Just having the knack for the arts isn't enough. You'll need some means of giving it focus, usually spells. The spells are usually in a book, so the art demands you have a spell book or its like before you can cast spells. Can you read? Yes, I can. Then let's test it. Can you read this? Mebeth draws forth a small, tattered card. It looks like a recipe. The writing on the recipe swims before your eyes, each symbol twisting out of focus whenever you try and read it. Almost instinctively, you relax your eyes, allowing them to take in the page all at once, and the symbols suddenly bleed together. The recipe lists measurements, ingredients. It appears to be some minor divination. This is a minor divination, isn't it? It looks like a spell that allows the user to see the nature of an item, to see whether it's enchanted or not. Mebeth's eyes widen. Who are ye to test old Mebeth so? Are ye some fiend? No, not to my knowledge. What's wrong?
Updated my journal.
Well, not expecting it, was I. She nods at the recipe, then plucks it out of your hand. What you see, it's written in the language of the art. If you're not a mageling yet, it should be all a jumble of mishmash. She snaps her finger. Yet clear as crystal, you pluck the sense of it right up. Maybe you tell old Mebeth why that is. I don't really know. I think I may have known once, but forgot. Seeing the symbols just jarred my memory. Or else a natural gift you may have. No matter, no matter. You've just shaved seasons off your learning, you have, Mebeth harumphs. And I'd been looking for someone to handle the chores around here, I had. If you need help with anything around here, you can still ask. It's the least I can do in exchange for you teaching me. No, don't worry yourself about that, she frowns. Well, you can read spells well enough, but spells are no good to you without a book to put them in. Do you have one? Membeth glances around the hut, and then she catches sight of the black barbed picture frame you made. She picks it up carefully and studies it. This'll do. That thing? It's just a frame. You just changed it. Ah, but so are ye, child. Still holding the frame, she picks up one of the starched rags you got from Giscoil. With a yank, she pulls off the greenish starched surface of film. It flutters in the air like a wispy bit of cloth. Whatever Giscoil uses in the wash, it works better than curing, stretching, and stoning does a normal rag. Can't afford parchment, I can't. Parchment? She takes the starchy film and pulls it over the black barbed frame, latching the rag's square edges into the hooks around the frame until it looks like a small, greenish black painter's canvas. It's missing something. Well, it needs something painted on. She nods aye, or written on it. She takes the tankard of ink you'd given her and sets it down next to her. She dips one of her fingernails into the tankard and then draws it out, mumbling to herself. She begins to scratch symbols into the frame, one by one, still mumbling to herself. All's done. Membeth stands, drying her ink-stained fingernail on your robe. She tilts her head, regarding the strange framed page in front of her. A page for your spellbook it is. She indicates you should pick it up. Inside your spellbook are your recipes, your spells, if you will. As long as they sit in the book, though, they're just words. She taps her head. The art demands you pluck the magic out of the book and put them in your attic, your head, before you can tap their power. Go on. You put them in your attic by studying them, memorizing them. You usually need to rest first before you can do this, though. Any questions? No, Membeth. Oh, no questions, eh? Well, now, you should have questions. You know alls about how to memorize spells, do you? You're a sharp one. You sure don't need any more Membeth's words gobbling up your precious time. You're a master sorcerer already. I meant no questions on what you'd said. Please explain how to memorize spells. Humph. All right, then. Here's the dark of how you memorize the spells. Pick the spells you want to stick in your head from your spellbook before you go to sleep. When you wake in the morning, they'll be buzzing in your head like flies, ready to be let out. How many spells can I cast? You can only cast one, maybe up to 2 spells before needing to rest again. As a tiny flitting mageling, there isn't much room in your attic. So use your spells wisely until you get wiser in the art. As your power increases, you'll get more room in your attic for spells. Alright, go on. You can only cast spells you've memorized, so if you want to use the art to say amend something twice, you need to memorize a spell. How many times? Twice. Aye, twice, right enough. And how can I get more spells?
Updated my journal.
Keep your eyes and ears out for learning. Even common folks might have some minor magics to teach. There's also scrolls, recipes, books, and even stranger items that have spells inscribed in them. If you find one, just examine it close and copy it into your book if you want it. Got it. I can also show you more spells if you return, especially when you're a little more in the plains of you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Before you go, child, you'll need some magics for you to whet your appetite. Membeth rummages in her robe, then pulls forth 3 small recipes, which she passes to you. You should copy these into your book so they can get into your attic.
Updated my journal.
Wait, there's more. Membeth fishes a tiny bundle of black cloth from her apron and unrolls it, producing a pair of amber earrings. These'll protect you on your travels, child. If I no longer wear them myself, so go ahead and take them. All right, child. Don't tarry here any longer. One such as ye has other ways to spend one's time than hang around old Membeth. Now, come on, Membeth, you're not old. You flatterer. Your tongue is so lined with silver and shame abates you. Get you hence. Farewell. Thanks for everything. Puh, you can thank me by not playing the alcove with what you've learned. The art's damned many a fool who sought to bend it in ways the art weren't meant to bend. Now get along with you.
I feel stronger.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the statistics screen. I'm going to level up as a mage. As a mage this time. Spell memorization abilities have increased. And this puts me as a level 3 mage. So, what's going on here is that you can talk to somebody in your party to switch between classes as the game goes on. I can no longer use the Tattoo of Greater Warding, but I can on Anna. I can no longer use the Battle Axe Equality, the Dirty Rat Charm, etc., etc. Didn't I have a magic knife I could use? Punch Daggers of Murin, which is something that Anna can use. Is it better than what she has? It's a +2. Hold on. Let's compare it to what she's got. She's got just punch daggers. Whereas these punch daggers are way better. So I'm going to equip these on Anna. Severed arm. I don't need it. I'm going to throw it away. Wait, no, I'm going to keep it. Left arm. Something, something, something. Didn't I just get earrings? Yeah, here we go. Amber earrings. +2 to armor class. Memorize 2 additional first level mage spells. Alright, what else do we got here? Recipe for Identify. I will copy that spell.
It's in my spell book.
Recipe Chromatic Orb.
It's in my spell book.
Spell. And recipe Blood Bridge. What's that do? Master to share a portion of his life with others, weakening himself.
It's in my spell book.
So kind of... It's actually neat because the Nameless one regenerates, so I can actually like heal over time people. Now that having been said, I have a ton of scrolls to scribe. And I'm gonna scribe them. Except I've already got Identify, don't I? Do I have any other spells? Yeah, I've got these scrolls. Don't need any of that. I'm gonna move the teeth over to the Nameless one. Actually, let me clear his inventory up a bit. I could have sworn I had some sort of magic one-handed dagger. Did I already
It's in my
sell
spell
it?
book. It's in my spell
Fist
book.
of Iron. Chromatic Orb I already have.
It's in my spell book.
Okay, Strength is good.
It's in my
Nice
spell
knife.
book.
Ball Lightning, which is level 3.
It's in my spell book.
Identify I already have. I wonder if I can copy these in on...
Spell has been added to my teachings.
Yeah, so Dakon can learn these.
Spell has been added to my
Okay.
teachings.
That's not bad. Ooh, here's Knife. Identify. Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to identify this, like, manually, aren't I? Okay, what the hell do I need? Hype. Hype needs to be identified. Whoops. But this is all crap that needs to be identified, which I should have really done beforehand. I'm gonna move these over here. Okay, I think that I'm done shifting stuff around for now. So the Nameless one's spellbook. Mage spellbook. I can memorize 2 identifies for what I need, a chromatic orb, and armor. Now, Fist of Iron does what? Turning into a living weapon, any punches the caster does will do more damage than normal. Normal punch attacks are +3 to hit and +6 to damage. That's actually really nice. I guess I'll rest here. Can I rest here? Yes, of course.
Anna, could you stop flicking that tail? It's irritating.
If you shut your trap, then I'll stop waving my tail.
Huh? Flick away then.
You awake, feeling refreshed. Membeth is putting on the hut, but she turns when she hears you stir. Awake, are you? Did you sleep well? I think so. Better be on my way. Alright, let's finish identifying shit. Uhir's Knife is +1 to luck. It does slightly less damage than the green steel knife, but I don't know, maybe that plus to luck will help. And then Abyssal Pipe invokes Cloud Kill. Small wooden pipe cards resemble the head of a demon when used. But is it a charged item or is it like a once a day item? I guess I better hang on to it until I figure that out. And then Ingress's Teeth. Oh, wait a minute, I've got new options here. So I had to have them in the Nameless One's inventory? God damn it. Alright. You examine Ingress's teeth. You can't shake their resemblance to ivory bugs. You get the feeling that they are looking at you expectantly, awaiting some command. Hey Morty, come here for a minute. What's the chant, Chief? You see these teeth? Morty glances at your palm. Yeah, he seems morbidly fascinated. Ugly little Burks, aren't they? Do you think you could use them somehow? As a weapon, maybe? Bar that, Morty shudders. Would you want those things in you? Come on, Morty, they seem to like you. Look at the way they're staring at you. Those little pikers better not come anywhere near me, or I'll... You know, I have no idea how to threaten teeth. Well, alright, I'm not going to force... Uh-oh. What's wrong? Morty floats in closer and examines your palm. Hey, they look like they're planning something, don't they? They sure do, don't they? What happens next is difficult to describe and painful to watch. Faster than you can close your palm, the teeth hop out of your hand and swarm onto Morty's jaw. Morty howls as Ingress's teeth promptly rip out his old teeth and jump in the exposed cavities. Morty! Oh, excuse me. I had the phone right by the mic. My bad. Morty continues howling. The teeth settle in, adjusting themselves and planting their roots with a horrid drilling noise. Morty, you okay? Morty doesn't seem to hear you. He keeps howling and howling, then suddenly starts smashing his teeth together. He gets in 3 powerful bites before the upper and lower teeth lock together and prevent him from opening his mouth. Wow. Morty mumbles something at you, his eyes wide. Morty, are you okay? The teeth suddenly unlock, and Morty takes a deep breath. I will kill you for this. You planned that. I know it. Look, I didn't mean that to happen. I even warned you. How do they feel? Morty moves his jaw around experimentally. Odd, but not bad. Suddenly the teeth extend into fangs. Ooh, they change. They shrink down to normal, then fangs again, then normal. I think I'm going to like these. I'm sorry, Morty. I didn't mean you any harm. Oh, I'll still get you for this, Morty replies. He grins, his teeth turning into fangs again. Just you wait. Revenge never helped anyone, Morty. Let's go. You turn around to go on your way when suddenly you hear Morty let loose with another howl of pain. Oh no, what happened now? You turn to face Morty again, only to see the teeth finish ripping themselves loose from his mouth and leap back towards you. You catch them easily. Morty, still grumbling, groans painfully. I don't know, it seemed like everything was fine for a minute there. But then they ripped themselves out again. The teeth group themselves in your hand in a way so as to somehow face Morty, and then clack twice at him, fiercely. I'm thinking they're angry with you, Morty. Oh, I see. Wait, what? They're mad at me? Why? Well, you did insult them, remember? Ugly little Burks, little pikers. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Come on, Chief, give them back. Wait, you want them now? Can I assume your vow of revenge against me has faded? Has been tabled? Morty looks annoyed. Well, it's just that they might be, useful. Morty tries to ignore your grin. Alright. Yes, I retract my vow of hideous revenge against you. You're one lucky sod, too, might I add. It would have been horrifying. Happy? Can I have them back now? Alright then, here you go. As you move to hand them back to Morty, the teeth crawl up your arm until they arrive at your shoulder, chittering and occasionally clacking angrily at Morty. I don't think they're going to be happy until they get an apology, Morty. I know I didn't hear you right, boss. I think they did what they did to make a point, Morty, but now that it's made, well, you did taunt them, and we know how good you are at that. Sometimes there's a price, Morty sighs. It's times like this that I really miss having eyelids, so I could close them and count to 10. Alright, teeth, wait, no, sod that. I can't do it. There's only so much a skull can take. I am not going to give an apology to a bunch of ugly, yellowed, rotting teeth. Oh, The teeth chatter with outrage for a while, then clack sharply twice at Morte, before settling down. You're not sure how you can tell that they're sulking, but you're pretty sure that that's what they're doing. Well, alright, Morte, if you insist. I'll just put these powerful, enchanted, shape-changing teeth that, by the way, I suspect are capable of learning and will grow more powerful and magical as you do, into this pouch here. You let me know when you change your mind. Anna, who has remained surprisingly silent through all of this, finally breaks down. She starts laughing uncontrollably, tears streaming from her eyes, leaning against a nearby wall and howling, her tail lashing back and forth with each new eruption of laughter. Morte winces painfully. Boss, this may be the most humiliating moment of my entire career as a mimer. We all have our torments, Morte. It looks like this one today is yours. Well? Morte groans. Gah, alright. Morte appears to steel himself, then says, Teeth, I'm sorry, really. You're no uglier than any other enchanted bicuspids I've ever encountered before. You're as nice a shade of yellow as it can really go on teeth. And the rotting crack was totally out of line. I hereby tender my apologies and offer to make amends, alright? Hey, that actually wasn't that bad. Better than I expected, anyway. What do you say, Teeth? The teeth chitter for a bit, almost as if they're considering it. After a while, they turn to face Morte and clack once, then settle down comfortably in your shoulder. I think they're satisfied, Morte. I think they're leaving it up to me as to when and whether or not to equip you with them. Anna's laughter finally subsides to a normal level. Oi, Skull, I have to say, I did not think it was possible, but something's happening that finally made putting up with you bobbing and chattering worth the while it has. She wipes the tears from her eyes and gives one last delighted chuckle. Morte sighs. Fine, whatever. You're the boss. I'll be over here nursing what's left of my ego back to health. Can we go now? Let's. And that turned those teeth into a... Oh, you can use them to turn them into different shapes. They are 1d6s versus Morte's 1d3 piercing. Proficiency, fists, don't ask.
Hey!
Alright, and I will use these. I want you to do piercing damage. I want you to become a magical weapon. Teeth rattle about wildly, then suddenly settle down. After a brief moment, they begin to emit a soft magical glow. They are 1d6 plus 1. Okay. Excuse me. As I said, I've been a little sick lately. You examine Ingris's teeth. You can't shake through. Okay, so you can ask them to do piercing damage, but for now I'm going to ignore it. I'll let him use bludgeoning damage for now. Well, that was settled. I've become a mage, and I've got Morte some teeth that actually work. What else do I gotta do here? Okay, nothing I need there. Yeah, for real, I guess I should get some mage gear for my main. Maybe I should talk to Dakon.
I'm gone.
Here we go.
What is your will?
Alright, there were things I would know, Dakon. Can I talk to you about your teachings? Can you teach me anything of the art, Dakon? Know that the way of the people is not the same as the art you've come to know. It is not the energy that gives strength. It is knowing the self that gives strength. The teachings of Zerthamon speak of such things. Would you teach me the way of Zerthamon, Dakon? Do you know what you have asked? The texture of Dakon's blade flows until it becomes a stone. To walk the path of Zerthamon, you must know of the people. The knowing of such things by one not of the people is a difficult matter. If you will teach me, I will learn. I know how humans come to know the art. They learn the art in pieces of scrolls and spells and books. Such division is not the way of Zerthamon. Yet I just scribed some scrolls into your own book, so you cannot learn parts and ignore the whole. Dakon looks at you silently. His blade has resumed its shimmering surface. Know that it is a path which requires focus. If your mind is divided, you do not know the meaning of the way. Your will is lost.
Updated my
Still
journal.
wish to learn. Know that I have heard your words, and I shall test them. To learn, you must know the people. To know the people, you must know the unbroken circle of Zerthamon. Dekon holds up the stone disc in his possession, and his spider-like fingers hook into its sides. There is a click, and the plates of the circle slide into a new configuration. He reverses the motion, sealing the stone. Know the first circle of Zerthamon is open to you. Study it, and I will hear your words. I will read the first circle then. In the meantime, I had other things I would know. Very well, I will examine it, then speak with you again. So I can now learn shit from Dekon's stuff. Just all kinds of stuff going on here. You can go ahead and use it. This small round stone is the unbroken circle of Zerthamon. It is made up of a series of interlocking circles that fold out from one another. The complexity of the plates and the intricacy of their links prove the text was constructed by a master artisan. Unlock the first plate as Dekon showed you. You mirror the motions that Dekon made upon the circle, and the plates give way at your touch, the rings sliding into a new configuration. Upon the rings are a series of symbols. The script is like no writing you have ever seen. It is a series of interlocking geometries, with circles predominating. Just looking at it, you know the symbols, and know you can read them. Read it. Know that we are the first people. Once all was chaos, the first people were thought down from chaos. When the first people came to know themselves, they were chaos no longer, and became flesh. With their thoughts and the knowing of matter, the people shaped the first world and dwelled there with their knowing to sustain them. Yet the flesh was new to the people, and with it the people came not to know themselves. The flesh gave rise to new thoughts, greed and hates, pains and joys, jealousies and doubts. All of these fed on each other, and the minds of the people were divided. In their division, the people were punished. The emotions of the flesh were strong. Their greed and hates, the pains and joys, the jealousies and doubts, all of these served as guiding stone to enemies. In becoming flesh, the first people had been enslaved to those who knew flesh only as tools for their will. Know these beasts were the Illithids. Continue reading the symbols. The Illithids were a race that had come not to know themselves. They had learned how to make other races not know themselves. Yeah, they're the Mind Flayers. They were the tentacled ones. They lived in flesh and saw flesh as tools for their will. Their blood was as water, and they shaped minds with their thoughts. When the Illithids came upon the people were a people no more. The people became slaves. The Illithids took the people from the first world and brought them to the false worlds. As the people labored upon the false worlds, the Illithids taught them the way of the flesh. Through them, the people came to know loss. They came to know suffering. They came to know death, both of the body and mind. They came to know what it is to be the herd of another, and to have their flesh consumed. They came to know the horror of being made to feel joy in such things. The unbroken circle is the knowing of how the people lost themselves, and how they came to know themselves again. And I will leave it alone now. Okay, let's talk back to Dekon.
What is your will?
There are things I would know. I'm going to talk to you about your teachings. I have read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. I want to speak with you more about the way of Zerthamon. I learned that your people once slaved to the Illithids. It seems that they committed many crimes against you.
Updated my journal.
Then you have come to know nothing. You are one who hears the words and does not know them. Well, I'll study the text again. Well, can I talk to you about your teachings? Read the... Okay. I am still thinking of what I have read. I will speak later. Let's move on. So it looks like I'm going to have to read that yet again, but I'm going to do that at a later date, I think.
I'm gone.
So let's see. I've got a couple more things I can do here. Tattoo of the Lost Incarnation. Grants experience points when invoked. I already did it once. Regeneration. Is there... I need to get like a tattoo for a caster. so what would be good? I have pretty much nothing equipped right now. Let's go back to Fel real quick, and I'll see if he has anything for a caster, and then I'll go ahead and call the episode.
I'm gone. All right. Done. I'm gone. Done. All right.
Alright, here I am in Fel's place. And see what tattoos you have. Alright. That is all single-use stuff. Tattoo of Revelation. +2 intelligence, usable only by mages. So I'm thinking maybe that. Tattoo of the Spirit. Soul. Tattoo of Action, which gives +1 to Dexterity. Tattoo of Greater Action, which I can't use. It's only usable by thieves for some reason. Tattoo of Greater Health is only usable by fighters. Well, damn. Tattoo of Greater Presence is +2 to Charisma. Tattoo of Enduring. Totally not worth it. Already have the Tattoo of Warding, Tattoo of Accuracy. Wait, Tattoo of Warding. That. So I'm thinking that I will just use this tattoo up here. Tattoo of Revelation. I'll grab that. Buy that. And there's some tattoos of other things down here. Tattoo of Insight. Okay, is there a tattoo of Greater Insight? Did I already purchase it at some point? Let's see what I got here. Or is Tattoo of Revelation the Tattoo of Greater Insight? The Weeping Stone. Okay. I think that's actually all I can do there. And then Anna can actually have tattoos. But she's mostly gonna get my hand-me-down tattoos. Unless I work on her. And wait, can Zerth? And he can get tattoos, so I can actually buy quite a few tattoos here. Let's go ahead and ask Fel for more. See what tattoos you have. Dakon, anything he can really use. Tattoo of Greater Might. He is a fighter. And that could also be useful on Anna. But he's only got the one. Tattoo of Greater Action, she can use that. And then I will get some more whenever I get some more money. Let's boost Anna real quick. Tattoo of Greater Might. And Tattoo of Greater Action. Let's take a look at Anna's character sheet. She is now Strength 16 and Dexterity 20. So that's actually really nice. Alright, well I think that's enough for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here, and in the next episode, I will probably head into the building up
All
here with the
right.
painted doorway.
All right.
For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with Planescape Torment. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.